All right, YouTube, this is Great Simulator here, and this is going to be the weekly recap for my third week out for the week of March 23rd through March 30th. This is, again, the third week out of my weekly recap. I ended up having I ended up having 6 runs that week. I ended up starting the week off in Danville, Kentucky. That was 379 loaded miles. I had a deadhead 50 miles for that. 429 miles total. Again, I went from Danville, Kentucky up to Detroit, Michigan. That load paid me $180. Well, the line haul was $300, and then $180 was my my cut of that. And then the next run after that, which was the next day, I had the deadhead 58 miles for it. It was 118 miles loaded for a total of 176 miles. That went from Tiffin, Ohio, down to Berne, Indiana, Berne, however you want to say it. That load line haul was $200. My cut was $120. Followed that up by this was a 2-stop. This is my first multi-stop load here. This one, originally the first load was in Columbus. I had to go pick up that little load. From there, I had to go over to London, which was about maybe 20 minutes west. I picked both of those loads up, ended up going to Battle Creek, Michigan. That was 144 miles deadhead, 239 miles loaded, for a grand total of 373 miles. The line haul for that was $260. My cut was $156. And though I requested a fuel advance for that particular load, so it was actually only $106. Then after that, I had deadhead up to Dowagiac, Michigan. Now that one, I'd never been in that part of Michigan before, and I had my adventure up there. You know, I traveled some dirt roads. I remember I was going from, I believe I was at a truck stop. Somewhere, and I wanted to go to Golden Corral. So the route that it took me, the GPS, as I said in one of the other videos, it gave me a route and I took it. Now, the route took me down this dirt road. There was literally a sign that said gravel has ended. You'll be right on dirt road per se. So I was on that dirt road for probably 2-3 miles. But that one I picked up there and I took it to Crothersville, Indiana. That was 312 miles altogether. That paid out $275. Then my cut was $165. The load after that, I had to deadhead to Hebron, Kentucky. Took that down to Normal, Illinois. That was 364 miles altogether. That paid me out $260. And then, of course, my cut was $156. And then the last run of that week was from Mark, Illinois, over to Muncie, Indiana. That was 348 miles altogether. It paid me out $300. And then, of course, my cut was $180. The total miles altogether was 2,012 miles, with 463 of that being deadhead. Total fuel, I estimated to be about $340, give or take, because I'm not really 100% on that, because there's so many different variables that go into that. Sometimes I don't write it down to the penny, but I estimated it to be about $340. The total line haul for that week was only $1,595. Definitely my lower week, the lowest week I've had since I've been out. Of course, 60% of that is $900 $57, and then I automatically have to take off the $50 for the fuel, which was $907, and then of course I had fees. I had fees of like about $80-something or so. So this would definitely be the lower of the checks that I've had since I've been on with Bolt again. Last week's video, or the second week out recap, that actually ended up paying me more than I expected, because I ended up getting a bonus for my Linehaul. So that ended up paying me over $1,000. So I can't complain there. This week I'm in now, which I will give you a weekly recap in a few days. It's going to be even more, and that will probably be the most I made since I've been out. But that is pretty much a quick recap. Let's see, I've been in Kentucky, I've been in Illinois, been in Indiana, been in Michigan, been in Ohio, and in Indiana. So that, I pretty much stayed in the core that particular week. But as you know from the last video, I ended up going to Laredo, Texas, which is where I'm at now. But I got here Tuesday afternoon, which was about a day early. The load wasn't due until I think Wednesday at 6 in the morning, or 6 in the evening, and I ended up getting to. All right, sorry about that, folks. But anyway, yeah, that load was supposed to be due at like 6 in the evening on Wednesday. I ended up getting there at like 3 in the afternoon on Tuesday. So I ended up getting there like a whole day early, and I dropped the load off. I had planned on going home this weekend, but unfortunately I did not get a load out Wednesday, did not get a load out Thursday. Finally that night, my dispatch call says that there were no loads going out Thursday, but there were 4 going out Friday. So I had the first pick at 2 Michigan runs, 1 Iowa, 1 Kentucky. So of course I chose one of the Michigan runs because it would get me the most in the core. So I will be going to Southfield, Michigan, from Laredo. Like I said, that will be a weekly recap for a later video. So my weekend is pretty much going to be spent going all the way up to Michigan. I probably will stop in Toledo, Ohio, which is probably where I will sit for the weekend, hoping I get there by about Sunday or so. I'm hoping, because it's not due to Monday, so I do have a lot of time to get there. But on another note, I got me an apartment. I got me a new apartment. For those of you that know what's going on, pretty much I had to, you know, go find my own little spot. I was kind of nervous. I was kind of going back and forth with the whole thing of doing it, not doing it, not going forward with it. You know, I've had some people bring up some really good, you know, opinions, you know, on why I shouldn't do it. And that weighed in a lot, and I had to go back and forth with that because, as I said in another video, I had goals that I wanted to achieve. And I felt they were going to be achieved much faster if I didn't get this apartment. You know, after all, you know, I am on the road for about 3 to 4 weeks at a time, only to be home for about 4 or 5 days. So I ended up going with it, and the reason being is that, yeah, I do realize that, you know, I'm going to be on the road for most of that time. Like I said, 3 or 4 weeks at a time, only to be home for about 4 to 5 days. But I got to thinking, you know, when the holidays come up, you know, Christmas comes up, you're going to be off for up to 10 days. You know, Thanksgiving come up, you might be off for 4 or 5 days. You know, when these holidays come up and you get that extra time off, you know, what are you supposed to do? You know, are you going to be paying for a hotel for 10, 12 days at $50, $60 a piece? Or if you have your own place, you could just, you know, go and stay in your own place. So I decided to do that. Like I said, it was a hard decision, and part of me now still is kind of like wishing I wouldn't have did it, wouldn't have went forward with it, but I already took the first leap forward, and I paid the security deposit, which I can't get that back. So my foot is already in the door, so I'm going ahead and make the best of it. But I look at it this way: my rent is going to be almost $1,200 a month, so that right there is already going to be motivation for me to stay out here on the road and actually push and work my ass off, because, you know, I need this job to make that apartment work. So so that's what I'm doing. My move-in date was supposed to be April 5th. However, that won't happen because I am still in Texas, and I had to push that back to the following week. So I'm hoping that when I take my home time this Thursday on the 8th, I can actually go up there, you know, pay my first month's rent, get my keys, and see what all I gotta buy for my apartment. Now it's gonna be just me, so anything I have to buy is pretty much gonna have to be brand new, because I don't have nobody to help deliver anything. So it's gonna take me a while to get everything up to speed, you know, get it furnished if it's not already. Then I'm just gonna go from there. But that is my weekly recap, my third week out. I was, like I said, I was supposed to have went home this week, but that didn't happen. So I'm actually gonna be out a week longer than I wanted to. So the weekly recap for the fourth week will be coming up probably in a day or two, because I only did like 2 loads. So if you haven't already, folks, please hit that like, you know, please hit that subscribe button, and until next time, you know, take care.